So I was bored today, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna make a remembrance boss tier list for the DLC and what weapons you should use or shouldn't use. Just letting you know before I start the video. These are all my ideas, and none of these are factual things. It's just my actual opinion on what I had in my experience with this weapon. Cause it might be good for you, but for me, I had a shitty experience with most of them. Besides the good ones, my top tier list. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. I kind of worked hard on it, so I guys hope you guys enjoy this. Alright, so by far, the worst remembrance weapon in my opinion, Romina's pole blade. Look, this shit's ass. You can't even fix this weapon of how dookie this weapon is. I've even tried to upgrade this, make this powerful as hell, still did no damage. You're gonna do a base damage of 2k with, extra rot, sure, good. But the problem I have with this is, sure, in PvP, you're gonna get bonked the hell out. Maybe get some good chip damage in, but yeah, no. Because if you're going to use this in a boss battle, your ass is not making it out alive. That thing is not meant to hunt down bosses. Sure, you can use it by on Dancing Divine Beast, but, your ass is going to get slammed the first second using that bullshit. I don't even know who at the office thought, you know? Us Elden Ring players really sure do love having rot weapons, and added this, and said, yeah, this is very good. The hell? And they didn't even bother making her of her spell even better. Her spell is also ass. Yeah, sure, you do spread rot, but what? It's even less powerful than her using her actual rot spell on us. Hey, can you explain to me one thing? Why, when she uses her damn pole blade on my ass, it does chips half my HP, and then I get inflicted with rot the first few seconds. And that's only with one blow, not with extra blows. What the fuck? I don't know who at the office said, you know? This seemed like a really good remembrance weapon. I would have rather had some special ass ability where I could fly in and just dunk the spear in and then, I don't know, butterflies. Yeah, sure, that would have been better, but what is this? Yeah, it's going to last forever. I ain't changing my mind anytime sooner. And also, I don't want any of you Elden Ring Redditors going to my damn comments saying, oh, well, it's one of the only rot weapons in the game. Shut up, man. There's a reason we have Scorpion Singer, Rotten Axe, and Rapure. Those are the main reasons we have those 3 rot weapons to keep us satisfied. I ain't gonna use some pole blade that does barely any rot damage and does any damage with an actual enemy. Fuck no. Alright, next remembrance. I'm just gonna see the God and Lord remembrance because, I'm not gonna rate 2 different weapons. It's annoying. So we have Great Sword of Radon Lord and Great Sword of Radon Light. Yeah, both of them are ass. The chip damage is ass, and it does no great damage whatsoever. I've maxed these out, used them in PvP, used them against PvE, and it's still ass. I don't know. It's it was born to never do any damage. In the actual boss fight against Radon, it did so much damn damage. But when I fought him when I used the actual weapons in an actual battle, no damage. Nope. It didn't want to do anything. Yeah, sure, those lights are cool, but what's 100 damage gonna do for me? 55 damage. And light isn't even anything. It's just you jumping up and then smashing down on an enemy with some little light, holy damage. What? But here's the worst part of it all. When I got this remembrance, I was like, Light of Mikola looks very cool, was very good in the boss battle, and when I saw in the description saying annihilate, I was like, I want to annihilate all bosses. Maybe this is a one-shot build. A new build that's going to be probably meta in a few next days. Well, guess what? No, my ass got scammed and I only did a bit damage. I managed to do, I went along to find the best holy build I could do to make this thing do some actual damage. And whatsoever, it still did nothing. Why? Why is FromSoft making all the hardest bosses have the worst remembrance weapons? Could you not? What's the problem? Can I not get rewarded with an actual good damn weapon after killing Concert Radon? Bro, my ass was failing 99 attempts. Bro, please, just give me a damn weapon. So, now we're gonna get the more decent weapons that actually are, usable instead of those shitheads. So, the Gazing Finger. The Gazing Finger is really good, as I really do like how it easily breaks through poise for, tarnished-sized enemies. Pretty good. And also in PvP, this just makes them jump into the air and then you can just bonk them. Not bad, but the problem I find with this weapon is how it's a questline weapon and you have to kill a boss to get it. Yeah, sure, if it was earlier on the game where I didn't have to do so many damn quest lines, yeah, maybe I would have liked it, but no. It's not the best. And the damage isn't even that good. The damage, nah, never mind, actually no. Scrap that. Damage is actually pretty decent. But it's the fact that I have to beat this annoying ass mother of fingers boss to actually get this weapon. But his other weapon they get from this remembrance is way better, which I'll talk about later on in the video. But the gazing finger does not bad. It's really good if you want to like wipe out enemies in a huge radius. Yeah, sure, I'll get the job done in a few seconds. And if you charge this attack, it does like a huge ass explosion. I'm not saying it's bad, nor am I saying it's good. It's not my favorite weapon. They could make some better upgrades to it. Yeah, sure. But overall, it's not a bad weapon, and it gets the job done. The Great Sword of Damnation. Alright, it's not a bad weapon, nor is it a good weapon, but I could see it working very well in PvE. But do I need to continue what to say in PvP? Holy, in PvP, I would have ranked it the best weapon. That shit, as soon as you use that special attack on the enemy, oh, they're done. You stab this shit straight into their head, and boom, they're gone. No, there is no seconds. There are no after animations. Your enemy is gone. You might get them to like low HP and they can just like stab them. It's done. In PvE, it's a bit of a different approach. I don't know how to explain it in PvE. Yeah, you still do the stabbing effect, but it's not as like effective as the actual stabbing, you know? It's not as sick, but it still does very good and very good damage, and it also works very good on tarnished size enemies. So, yes, you can still do some good damage with this. But the problem I don't like about this weapon is the fact that you have to kill Midra, an annoyingly hard boss, which when he drops down creates an atomic bomb that flashbangs the fuck out of my eyes. And it's not even that's the main issue. It's like how when you get it. You have to do some you have to beat some bosses, then go to Abyssal Woods and get hunted down by these untouchables. This shit drives me crazy. It's the worst part about getting this weapon even. You're gonna get ran over these guys, and no, here's the worst part. You have to parry them. And these shitheads are fast as fuck. Like, you can still try to get them? No. We're gonna, like, put madness onto you. Like, one blow of this is enough madness to you to die. Like, you have to parry them to actually do damage. Like, if you try to hit them, nope, no damage. No wonder they're calling the damn untouchables. But every way, yeah. Madra's Great Sword of Damnation isn't even that bad. In PvP, I would rate it maybe the best weapon as all. Now we're not getting to any ass territory, and we're getting actually decent weapon territory. And, maybe I'm just a picky eater when it comes to rating all these weapons. Relana's Twin Blades. Yeah, these weapons do decent damage. I like the Magic and Mesmer Fire, which is perfect. And it's a stance weapon too, which means you can equip Relana's Cameo and do crazy amounts of damage. But what I don't see with this is like how this will work very well in PvP. The fire is very dodgeable. You can just run away from this. But the moon attack is even stronger. Like, you can just, like, splash this, but the range is even bad on that thing. If you're gonna use this against, like, huge, chunky enemies, like, this will do lots of damage. Like, Divine Beast? Sure. Hippo? Sure. Bear? Sure. It's gonna do decent damage against all these things, but I don't see it working on actual human-sized enemies, as they can really it's really avoidable. And it also puts you in a vulnerable animation that you can't leave, and you'll just get bonked by the human sticks. But the reason I'm also rating it very high is because of its aesthetics. Just moon and fire. Oh my god. Perfect. And it has a good split between other damages, and it's actually giving us a decent moveset that the actual boss used against us. So it's a pretty good reward weapon, and you're also getting it pretty early on in the game, and the boss battle isn't that hard. Alright, this is a weapon I really like a lot, and I used it a lot in my first playthrough. The Putrescence Cleaver. Oh god, this is amazing. Just without a doubt, it's one of the best weapons in the game. It's like, at first I thought when I first got this remembrance, I was, maybe I'm just gonna like do a boomerang attack and get my thing back, or like get like a horse, like the horse attack he does. Yeah, that. I was gonna do like some damage of like that. That might have been a special attack. No, bitch, you're the fucking boomerang. You're gonna be throwing yourself in front of enemies and risking your ass just to chip some damage in. And trust me, the chipping damage is amazing. Per hit of the special ability gets you frost and 1k damage, which, holy, you can also spam this. There is no regenerational cooldown. Until your mana runs out, you're gonna keep going like a fucking Beyblade. Your ass is gonna go, like, just keep rolling and rolling and rolling until your ass runs out of mana. Like, it's overpowered as hell. I don't even see how this can be a bad weapon in any other way. The Putrescent guy is kind of hard to get to, and also really hard to beat in the first place. But I don't see the problem with beating this dude. Like, you're gonna get a decent-ass weapon in the beginning of the game if you do some exploring and beat this dude. Pretty good weapon in my opinion. I don't see anything wrong with this weapon one bit. And if there was anything I could fix with it, I mean, maybe more frost damage to it, or maybe it could have done poison damage. I would have liked that too. Pretty decent weapon now. The Shadow Sunflower Blossom. Oh, this is amazing. I don't know one wrong thing about this weapon. It's just, It's amazing. It's perfectly the moveset of a sunflower boss that you fight against. The Scatter Tree Avatar just slams his head down. It's the same attack with the sunflower. You just slam it down. But do I need to talk about that sweet damage and poise break? Oh god, it's amazing. Its critical damage is even better than most daggers too. I like the damage. And it's the fact that it just breaks poise so easily, and you don't give enough time for your enemy to even do any attacks on you. I used this against Rilana and the Black Knight. Oh god, they got bonked. It was not even. It was a fair winner in this battle, and it was the Sunflower without a doubt. This weapon just perfect. Everything about it, nothing wrong, and it does like it has a holy damage and base damage just split personally between easy. And also, when you try to use this normal attack, even a normal attack is not even that bad. It does decent damage with the normal attack. But if I had to say one problem with it is how you're stuck in an animation when you don't want to be. Because sometimes you want to do the critical, right? But when you're trying to do the critical, it still does the slamming animation that you're going to do, and you're pretty much stuck in it, and you can't really undo it. So it basically breaks their stance again, and you won't be able to like do a critical on them. But without doubt, this weapon has my respect, and it's an amazing weapon. Alright, the best remembrance weapon in the game. The Staff of a Great Beyond. Do I even need to say anything? Hear me out. The Staff of a Great Beyond. It's perfect. Perfect damage, perfect chip, everything. This shit, I have never seen a wrong thing with this thing. And the good part about this is the boss is easy, and it's not even that hard to get. Here's the best part about this weapon. It not only is it a wand, it's also a seal. Yeah, no, you heard me right. It's a wand and a seal at the same time. Even I was flabbergasted when I heard that shit. I was like, you sure it does that? So I went to test it out. Holy fuck. It actually does that shit. The boss isn't even that hard to get, and sure, I'll give it to it. Sure, I have to go to endgame to get this weapon. I don't mind. It's a weapon. It's a staff. It's best. I don't even know what's wrong with it. Its incast stealing is also pretty good. I do have there are no wrong things about this weapon. It's perfect. Nothing wrong. I don't see anything wrong with this. This also makes your casting time faster. If I'm right, I'm not. Don't call me doc. Don't call me on that. But besides that, I don't see anything wrong with it. It's perfect. It does incantations and also does spells. I don't think it boosts any other damage, to be honest. Maybe finger sorcery. I don't know. I guess from the Mother of Fingers is even better, as this boss is really light, and maybe its gazing finger Brethren is not the best, but count me out. That weapon